Hi, everyone. So today is Tu BiShvat, and this is a bit of an unscripted video, but it was really important to me to share a Tu BiShvat message. Tu BiShvat is our Chag LaIlanot, the new year for the trees, and I have always connected to it. My name is Ilana, which means tree in its female version, and today is a holiday for all the trees, including me. So why are trees important? Why have I connected to them throughout my life? I spent my childhood moving from place to place. Part of my father's work meant that we were on the move often for very good reasons, but still it meant quite a few relocations. And people have asked me throughout my life, wasn't that hard? And I never saw it as difficult or challenging because there was always a consistency in it. There were a few consistencies. One obviously was my family, my parents and my siblings were always there. But the other thing was Judaism. My parents always moved us not from country to country, but from community to community. We were always deeply involved in the Jewish community wherever we were. And that consistency was always at play. It was a groundedness. It was a connecting to our roots wherever we were. Judaism is a portable religion. It has had to be for many, many generations. Thank God today we have Israel and we have our roots there. But for over 2,000 years, we didn't have that. We were constantly on the move, and those movements meant that we needed to ground ourselves in something else. And Judaism, that movable religion, was a grounded one at the same time. The Torah did not change. The Torah was always there. It didn't matter what community you went to, they all kind of were the same. We feel that today. We can put ourselves into any Jewish community. And if you come from a different Jewish community, you understand the machinations of that community with a tremendous amount of ease because it's community to community. It's the roots of who we are as a people, and we can find that within community and those roots. And if you think of that, now let's move up the tree into the trunk. The trunk is what holds that community together. So the roots are our heritage, our ancestry, but the trunk are the people who function every single day in that community, holding it together, the people who come to the daily minyan, the people who are weekly in shul, the ones that we sometimes take for granted. That's the trunk of this tree. Now let's move on to the branches. The branches are the programs we do, the things we bring in to get more people in. And there are, I often think of them as our less steady shul goers. And then there are the leaves. They're either the children or our 3 times a year Jew. Nowadays, it may be a once a year Jew, but there are leaves. They're the ones that can fall off easiest. They're also the ones that we need to reconnect to every single year because they regrow every year. But in their regrowth, they need something new to hold on to them. They need something to nourish them. And that comes all the way from the roots, through the trunk, through the branches, onto those leaves. There is this thing called a decision tree, and it's something that is used often by strategists who are looking at companies in terms of making decisions, but this is something we could use in real life. And a decision tree is very simple. You put the question, that decision you need to make, in the trunk of the tree, and then each one of the branches is a different way that decision can go. And you look at each one of those branches and see what's the following branch. So if I choose road A will take me here, and from here I can go there, and you keep on going. And you follow this decision, either road A or B or C, as far as it will go. And once you see where it's gotten to, it's much easier to make that decision. But when these analysts use the decision tree, one of the things that I haven't seen done is the roots of the tree. And that's where Judaism comes in. If you know what the roots are, if you know what your roots are, it's so much easier to make that decision. So if road A leads you further away from your roots, your value, maybe it's not going to be as appealing in the long going through all the way to the leaves. So my thought is, as we celebrate Tu BiShvat, as we start that new year for the trees, to really own our tree, not just the beautiful leaves that are going to start blossoming, and the blossoms, the leaves, the fruits, but also the roots. What are our roots? Where do they come from? And once we know what our values, motivations, and roots are, every decision we make is guided by those. So wishing all of us a wonderful Chag LaIlanot and looking forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.